The UCW Continental Championship is on the line. Georgie Stubbs, Austin Knight, and Mark Adams going at it. And making their way down to the ring first, I believe we have none other than Georgie Stubbs. Now his entrance is super duper long, so I'm gonna play it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut it, because no. Georgie Stubbs, the American dream incarnate, looking to become the Continental Champion to prove that the US is best. This is not propaganda. This is all just storylines. Don't come at me, any government, at all. Like Vince McMahon said, it's all characters. It's all storylines. Standing in the middle of the ring, awaiting his opponent, and his opponent makes his way down to the ring now. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than AK-47, Austin Knight. Another fiery young competitor with a little bit of experience, looking to make an impact and become champion here in UCW. Canadian-born, American fought. I don't know where I was going with that. And our final contestant here tonight in the first ever Continental Championship match, none other than the one, the only. All those other things that I say before people come out, because I'm really running out of new things to say. And this entrance is a little longer than I wanted it to be. We've got Showtime Mark Adams. Another young man with a whole lot of experience here on UCW Overdrive, knowing that it's just a technicality that he has to compete for this belt. But compete he does. And there it is, the Continental Championship. All three of these men knowing this is a game changer and a career changer. The bell rings and the match begins. Georgie Stubbs and AK-47 going at it early. Georgie Stubbs does not fall, taking the attack to Showtime instead. Stubbs picking up Austin. He's got Mark Adams up. Mark Adams rolls over his shoulder. He's got his back. He fights out. A little bit of booty bump action. Chair shot to Mark Adams. The one to Georgie Stubbs did nothing. Georgie Stubbs has got Austin Knight by the back of the head. He fights out. Big elbows to the body. He's got him by the back. Austin Knight fights out from the attack by Mark Adams. Georgie Stubbs now grabbing a ladder. Against the ropes, Austin Knight drops down, leapfrog over, misses the big kick to the face, follows it up with some massive punches, a kick to the body. He throws the ladder. Mark Adams, big elbow to the knee of Austin Knight. Georgie Stubbs throws him over the ropes. Huge punch to the face. He's got him up on his shoulders, drops him down onto the ropes. Big clothesline does nothing. Mark Adams seems a little confused. Georgie Stubbs take advantage. He's able to get the elbows and fight out. Austin Knight sets up the table, gets it out from underneath the ring. He's got it propped up between the barricade and the ground. Georgie Stubbs taking it to Mark Adams on the inside. Big kick to the face. Throws him over the ropes. Georgie Stubbs is there. Drops him down. Mark Adams not looking good. Georgie going for a cover. Only a count of 2. He kicks out. Big punch to the face. Another booty bump from Georgie Stubbs knocks Mark Adams off. Drops the knees down onto the face of Mark Adams. AK-47 took too long. Georgie Stubbs right there. A knee of his own. Ripcord knee. He's stomping down on the hand. Huge kick misses. Georgie Stubbs gets out of the way just to eat a hammer to the face. Mark Adams big chops across the body of AK-47. Drops him down on his knee now. He rolls him over, takes his legs out from underneath him. AK-47 going for a cover. Georgie Stubbs standing across the ring with a kendo stick. That's very intimidating. Not to AK-47. He meets him with the huge kick that lays him out. Mark Adams still there. Showtime looking for something big. Busts open Georgie Stubbs. Huge punch. AK-47 gets out of the way of that. Not of that though. Georgie Stubbs takes out Mark Adams, stepping across the body. Collar and elbow tie-up leads to him on his shoulders, looking to drop AK-47 down into the turnbuckle. Big punch to the face of Stubbs. Throws him into the ropes. Does not act fast enough. He comes back and bounces into him. He's got AK-47 by the throat. Big punch to the gut. Throws him across the ring. Mark Adams throws a trash can in. Big low blow from Mark Adams to Georgie Stubbs. The crown jewels of the governor. He rolls out of the ring. Mark Adams deciding who he wants to go after. He picks Georgie, going for a cover. Oh, not even a count of 1. Georgie able to kick out of that one. AK-47 rallies the crowd behind him, catches him with a bulldog. Georgie Stubbs not able to pick up Austin Knight. He's got him by the back of the head. Big chops across the body. The teamwork from Georgie Stubbs and Mark Adams. How long will it last? Stubbs makes his way into the ring. Knight drops Adams outside. Picks him up back to his feet. Huge kick connects. Drops him, rolls him over. Going for a cover. The ref is taking entirely too long. Not even a 1 count for Austin Knight. He almost caught Georgie Stubbs with that drop kick. Throws him into the ring post. He does not connect with it though. Mark Adams makes his way back into the ring. He's got a sledgehammer awaiting his opponent. He's got him belly to belly, lays out Mark Adams going for a cover. 1, 2, only a count of 2. Mark Adams able to get out of that one. He meets AK-47 with a shoulder tackle and takes him out. He's up on his shoulders. Georgie Stubbs on top of that kendo stick. Mark Adams, I don't think he's getting back up. Oh, yep, count of 3. Mark Adams has been eliminated. Georgie Stubbs, or AK-47, will be your first ever Continental Champion. Those steel steps now coming into play. He slides him in, goes through the ropes, catches him over the top rope. AK-47 misses the stomp. Both men have a counter for one another. On to the side of the ring. AK-47 falls down slowly. He's got his head, wrenching the neck and eyes back. Off the apron once again. Georgie Stubbs walks across. AK-47 flips him over. Throws Georgie Stubbs to the other side of the ring. AK-47 needs to do something to keep the much larger Georgie Stubbs down. Big neck breaker. Then he folds himself over. He's fired up and ready to go, rallying the crowd behind him. He's got Georgie Stubbs, flips him, going for a cover. Is that enough to keep him down? 2. Only a count of 2. Georgie able to kick out. What an insane match here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you see, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Huge kick misses from Austin Knight. If you're watching on YouTube later on, if you want to join, make sure to post your created character with UCW UU and UCW EF on Next Gen or Last Gen. Leave a comment letting me know that you did it. Big kicks from Austin Knight, rallying around the crowd. Georgie Stubbs puts an end to the dream, stomping on the gut, going for a cover. 1. Only a count of 1. Austin Knight kicks out. He's got him up on his shoulders once again. Huge attitude adjustment. That's what he took out Mark Adams with. Is it enough to do the same to Austin Knight? No, it's not. Austin Knight kicks out. Rolls him over. Big knee to the face. Austin Knight gets back up to his feet. Trash can down onto the head. He wants him up. What's Georgie looking for? Big shots to the gut and to the face. Huge punch. Georgie caught him. The claw throws him down. This does not look good for AK-47, ladies and gentlemen. Georgie Stubbs once again with that table. Slides it into the ring, hitting Austin Knight with it as he does. Drops his knee down onto his back. Georgie Stubbs fired up. Drops Austin Knight down onto the top rope. Big kick misses because of the trash can. Can Austin Knight capitalize? Georgie Stubbs takes him down once again. Big arm across the chest, stomping down onto the body. How much more does Austin Knight have left in him, ladies and gentlemen? Into the ropes. Knocks the steel steps out of the ring. Big kick misses. Austin Knight catches him. Forearm across the face. Rolls over. Is that enough to keep Georgie Stubbs down? 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Georgie Stubbs still in this fight. He grabs him by the head. Swinging neck breaker. Rolls over for another crossbody. Back up to his feet already. Georgie Stubbs fighting back. Big elbows to the head of Austin Knight. Now working the arm. He throws him into the corner. Austin Knight decides to bail and go outside. Makes his way back into the ring. Big kick to the body. Georgie Stubbs able to counter. Huge kick across the face of Austin Knight. Was that enough to keep him down? He will never know. He's setting up that table. Stomping down on the back of the head. He goes through the ropes. Georgie Stubbs heads outside. He catches Austin Knight. He's got him up on his shoulders. Walking him over to the corner, dropping the face down into the turnbuckle. Big kick to the face of Georgie Stubbs. Austin Knight off the top rope. He caught him. Was that enough? He's looking for more. Georgie Stubbs makes his way to his feet. The big kick misses. Georgie Stubbs lays him out. Throws him across the ring. His head caught the ladder. He's got the chair. Setting it up in the corner. What's Georgie Stubbs got planned for Austin Knight right here? Big punch to the face. Double forearm across the back. Georgie Stubbs looking to do as much damage as possible here right now. Throws him into that steel, no, into the table. He's got him through the table, down onto his back. Is that enough? Surely it is. Austin Knight in the corner. Austin Knight gets him over the top rope. Big punch to the face. And another elbow. DDT down onto the apron. Going for the cover on Georgie Stubbs. Is that enough? I don't know why it did that. Hi, Clown. How are you? It might not like the way that you type in chat. Nightbot's being rude recently. It did that yesterday. I swear I turned it off. But hi. Georgie Stubbs wants Austin Knight back up on his feet. He's got him on his shoulders. Drops him back down with an attitude adjustment. Georgie Stubbs going for a cover. Do we have a Continental Champion? 3, we do. Georgie Stubbs, after a long, hard triple threat match, takes the championship with him. What an incredible fight, war, battle, whatever you want to call it. Georgie Stubbs comes out on top.